you a grammar Nazi?
I used to be, but then I realised that my grammar was at points. It was better than some.
Yeah.
But not as good as it should be, so I sort of soon stopped.
I like that phrase, grammar Nazi.
Do you? Yeah.
It implies the existence of grammar Jews.
Right.
Who are they? You know, dyslexics?
Right, yeah.
Trying to cleanse the world of dyslexics?
No, I just want, clear communication.
Apparently the dyslexics are on Holyrood.
Hey, what?
That's what I've heard.
Okay. My name is William Hanson. I'm an etiquette coach. I do little videos on Instagram and TikTok about etiquette. I'm probably best known for a video I did that people had very strong opinions about how to eat peas correctly.
How to eat peas?
Yes,
right.
Very important topic.
You're an etiquette expert.
Well, I'm an etiquette coach. Yes. I don't think anyone should call themselves an expert. I think it's quite immodest.
Really?
Yeah.
So is the etiquette of being an etiquette expert that you don't mention that you're an expert in etiquette?
Correct.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Indeed. You can call me an expert. I can't call myself an expert.
I look at you and I think you're a true gentleman.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
You are what you eat.
What are you insinuating?
But you have these podcasts, right?
I do, yes.
Help, I fisted my line manager?
More or less, yes.
Yeah.
Someone once called it Help, I Shat on My Boss.
Help, I Shat on My Boss.
I'm sure it was a different podcast.
Help, I goat-seed my intern.
Yeah.
What's it actually called?
Help, I sexted my boss.
Sorry, that's it, right. I'm gay and he's thick. That's kind of the vibe, right?
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. That was the backup title.
Yeah,
yes.
Help, I'm gay and he's thick.
Yes.
Yeah. You sort of host it with a northerner to make you look better.
Indeed, yes.
He's called Jordan North.
I know, it's not a stage name.
It's like you being called Gaylord Cutlery. Sort of does what it says on the tin.
Suddenly, that's my. I'm gonna.
You're gonna change your name.
Genuinely, I'm quite excited.
Gaylord Cutlery.
Gaylord Cutlery.
You should bring out some teaspoons or something.
Yes, my own range of silverware.
But how did that start?
What?
Help I pegged the HR lady or whatever.
So another friend said, this is in like 2017. Podcasts are coming back. I want to test one out. Yours and Jordan's friendship's a bit weird. Let's just do that. So we said, all right, we'll do 10 episodes. And 850 later, we're still 850? Going. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's the format? People want advice?
Yeah, it's sort of agony aunt.
Right.
In theory. I mean, I would say if people have serious problems, probably don't come to us.
Because with dating, it's like, how do you dating etiquette's a minefield.
Yeah.
It's a third date. What's the etiquette of saying, like, come on, love, I'll pay for 3 meals? Get your snout in the trough, would you?
Get your snout in the trough. Okay. Well, I think communication is important in any relationship, whether it's short-term or long-term.
I've got your 3 meal deals, for Christ's sake. Get your laughing gear around this.
But also, I would say I wouldn't suggest you pay for all 3 either. I think it should just go back and forth.
The traditional thing is that you put your coat over a puddle for a woman to walk over.
Or indeed anyone.
But I imagine as someone who's posh and gay, you put a woman down in the puddles to protect your coat.
Yes, probably.
Yeah. I never know really how to greet a woman, socially, without making them uncomfortable. What do you shake hands? Do you hug? Do you kiss? Do you honk? I mean, it's a minefield.
I probably wouldn't honk.
Right.
No.
But I guess when a woman enters a room, I guess you just leave, don't you?
Generally, yes. We try to avoid that. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Don't even look at them.
No. There aren't any women here, thankfully.
No, it's a comedy show. Do you point out? Did you point out their massive chebs, or is that rude?
They're massive
chebs.
Chebs. As chebs, do you mean breasts?
Some women walk into a room and you think, Christ, you can't have 2 and expect me to not honk 1.
Right. Well, it's a whole new world.
Chebzilla.
Right. As a gentleman, if you were as a man or a woman, the gentleman would walk on the outside closest to the road. Right.
When I'm with my wife, I actually stand in the roadside to protect the cars.
More etiquette evolves.
So what is it that people are doing wrong?
Dining. I mean, it's why a lot of the videos are about dining. No one can eat, because we eat, a lot of people eat sort of standing up or in front of the television rather than at a physical table. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with a TV dinner, but you've got to be able to do yin and yang.
Well, people, different strokes. My wife eats upside down like a bat.
Does she?
Yes.
Lovely.
She's got a strange digestive system.
Yes. In fact, almost the opposite of what the rest of us have.
What goes down must go up.
Indeed.
Terrifying.
Yes. People sort of forget that actually dining is a communal experience. You're meant to sort of start and finish together. And people wolf it.
So you should match pace.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So you're not sort of sitting there staring at somebody who's sort of still eating because you've gobbled too quickly.
Yes. So hard to know how to eat when you've got guests around. Let's say it's a casual Sunday dinner. A few friends are over, nothing serious. I'm obviously prepared the meal.
Okay.
So, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? Let me know what the etiquette of hosting people is as we go. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Start the clock.
When would you like me to speak? Stop.
I thought you said you meant to match the pace of the person you're eating with.
Yes, and you didn't.
Oh.
Well, hang on. Who's the host?
Put the bunny in the water. It's coming up.
Who's the host and who's the guest?
How many was that?
3.
Fuck.
In the 6th form, we were able to wear our own suits. We didn't have to wear school uniform. And so I realised that our house tie was polyester. I thought, well, I'm not going out buying a nice suit and then ruining it with a polyester tie. So I, at great expense on my summer holidays, sent off the polyester tie to a tie company who reproduced it in silk, 2 copies of it, so I could wear a slightly nice tie. I don't really think anyone noticed, but I knew, and that was enough for me.
So at school, presumably you were early on, you were teaching people the correct way to eat lunch on your own in the toilet?
The lavatory. No,
lavatory. Sorry.
We didn't have toilets at my school, we had lavatories. And so...
What's the difference?
Well, a toilet, technically, your toilet was your makeup. So you went to adjust your toilet, is what you used to say back in the day in the Georgian time.
I'm quite often I have to adjust my toilet.
Indeed, yes. Well, I would imagine that's what comes with washing all your wives.
No, it's after my wife's been, I have to make massive adjustments to the toilet.
Okay, fine.
Get rid of the guardrails.
The guardrails?
Yep. Get rid of the cord. Make the seat smaller.
Okay. Are you doing this in an accessible lavatory?
Washing my wife's a bit like cleaning the windows of the Burj Khalifa.
Okay.
It just never ends.
Right.
As soon as you finish, you've got to start again.
Right. Okay, nice, lovely.
Back to the beginning.
I forget what we're talking
Sisyphus.
about. Yes, pushing a rock up a cliff.
Sorry, no, we were talking about how you speak like you shit with your legs crossed.
Yes, indeed. No, I was always quite...
You're not shitting now, are you?
I don't know, I might be.
It's hard to know.
It's hard to know. These coloured chairs are very forgiving.
I read that you're involved in 2 Guinness World Records.
Yes.
The curtsy relay.
Yes.
And then the largest ever cream tea party.
Yes.
Is that a Bonnie Blues thing?
No. No, it predated that.
Because I do think there's a correlation between IQ and friendliness.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Ish. But some people who are incredibly intelligent,
yes,
incredibly rude, and sort of don't get the social niceties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so if you plot this on a graph, right, you've got the low point of friendliness is the highest IQ, London. Arguably the least friendly city for a stranger.
Yeah.
Probably because it's full of graduates. We know what we're doing. You move down the IQ, all right, very low. Okay. They're farming people. They're agricultural. They know the land.
You're getting confused with Somerset. Yeah. Okay.
But they're very friendly accent. Then you moved. You've got Scousers, Geordie's, dogs. Much for a muchness. Thick as mince, but delightful to talk to.
Yes.
Walk into a bar in Newcastle, throw a stick. Yeah. We're going walkies. Fucking brilliant.
They are very excitable, aren't they?
Very excitable.
Yes.
What do you think about? I mean, as technology evolves, like I know this. People are just always on their iPads.
Oh yeah.
Or
phones.
I know.
Don't often. It's more children that are on iPads in restaurants that winds me up.
Stephen Hawking, always on his fucking iPad.
Well, I don't think that was an iPad.
What was it then?
Well, I think it was a communication device.
Just fucking look at his screen time though.
It was very high.
Perfect score. 24 hours a day.
It was on Grindr, was he? And just park.
You know, people have a different attitude to time, don't they?
Yes, high context versus low context culture.
Go on.
So we are a low context culture where 10 o'clock means 10 o'clock.
A low context?
Yes. So it was a theory put forward in 1976 by Edward T. Hall, who was an American sociologist. And we're low context, so thus there is one interpretation of time, whereas high context cultures like the Middle East, Africa, China, Italy, hotter parts of Europe, Spain, 10 o'clock is, you know.
So there's a fancy way of saying like black people time.
Your words, not mine.
Yeah. No. Black people see time like Christopher Nolan, don't they? Just sort of, it's a laugh.
Do you know, I've never seen a Christopher Nolan film.
So what I'm interested in is when two different British cultures meet, the different etiquettes they have, who wins out, what's going to happen.
Yes.
I've got an alternative etiquette expert,
Oh,
my
lovely.
friend Diesel.
Diesel.
Diesel?
Yes, my brother.
Hello, I'm William.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Lovely to meet you. All good? Excellent, lovely. And how do you two know each other?
Come on, bro. My nigga Finn Tizzy, bro. He knows the vibes already, bro.
Good. Lovely.
I'll give you some money afterwards. Let's just get this first.
Alright, come, say no.
So, what happened there was you went for your etiquette,
Yes.
and you went for yours, and we
found. I would like to say that was relatively.
Were you happy with that?
Yeah. How did you feel?
I feel like they need a bit of work.
Okay.
First scenario: you see your friend across the road. You know them quite well.
Yeah.
How would you act?
Hello.
My nigga Hanson. My nigga handsome.
And they're both forms of British etiquette, aren't they?
Yes.
It's fascinating.
Why are you feeling the need to touch your crotch?
No, that's how we relax.
That's his culture. It's his
Can
culture.
you relax?
That's etiquette.
Okay.
So there's different forms of etiquette, aren't there?
There are.
Who's right? Who's wrong?
Well, maybe we're both right.
But I'm more interested in when you meet, what happens? Two etiquettes meet. Who submits? Who is the dominant etiquette?
But why does there need to be a dominant?
Because otherwise you're going to clash, presumably, when you try and shake
really.
hands.
Wait, are you trying to clash, bro?
No, I'm not trying to clash.
The handshake is what I'm concerned about.
Okay.
So the perfect dap.
The perfect, like what you wear to do PE.
Excuse me?
So
You gotta like create a curvature. So when we hit, it creates like a suction. So you hit.
oh gosh.
It's part of the etiquette.
Okay.
The better you do it, the louder the bang, the more we're really connected. You get it?
Well, it's always been my motto. We'll do it again, shall we?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more.
I'm worried what might happen.
Oh, I'm sleepy.
What have I done? I'm like a reverse Oppenheimer. I'm creating agents. The term etiquette, to some people, implies social conservatism. It
Yeah.
implies jobsworths, busybodies, moralists,
Yeah.
curtain twitchers.
Yes.
Is that unfair?
No, but I can see why people think that. Yeah. We're not, it's an accident of birth where we are born and who we are born to, so you shouldn't use your position to belittle others because they don't know.
But that was the original point of etiquette, if I'm not mistaken.
Back in Louis XIV's time in France.
Yes.
I would say now etiquette is quite democratic. So obviously Louis XIV, etc., would make the rules originally, and then even British royal families back historically would sort of, you took your lead from court. But things like when to change your Netflix password when you split up with your ex, the king is not coming up with that rule. We are deciding that rule.
No, I
now.
think he still uses Diana's password.
Right. Okay. I would say etiquette.
She didn't have time to change it.
No. Etiquette changes.
I've heard her password was weaker than her seatbelt.
Right. Well, that was 1997 password security for you.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
So you big fan of the Royals?
I think they're better than the opposite.
What is the opposite of the Royal? Jade Goody?
A republic.
The Republicans?
Yes.
Yes, terrifying. We've got some questions, etiquette questions. People knew they were coming. You were coming.
Oh,
up,
lovely.
wrote in with
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Why
sorry.
don't you read it out and then we'll try and dig into what the best thing to do is.
Dear William, I'm at a wedding sat on a table with a woman who is so ugly she's putting me off my beef. How do I politely let her know she needs to go to eat on her own outside? Well, that's not very polite.
No, but I'm asking you how to do it politely.
Well, I wouldn't.
William, she is an absolute munter.
Right.
She shouldn't be allowed to eat facing other people.
Okay.
It's a distraction.
Yes.
Her presence is rude.
Okay.
Am I allowed to move? I shouldn't have to.
No, because you shouldn't touch the seating plan at any event.
Yes.
Unless you're the host.
So do I go to the seating plan and cross it out and then put a little chair outside the marquee saying you have to sit there because you're so horribly ugly?
Well, you could do that,
Yeah.
but you would offend probably the couple getting married and the person in question.
No, I'd do it quietly.
You do it quietly?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, fine. Well, then that makes it okay, doesn't it? Dear William, standing in my front garden, I see a woman attempting to parallel park. Just as I'm about to start slow clapping, I spot she has broad shoulders and an Adam's no apostrophe apple. How should I ask for her pronouns, as the last thing I want to do is shout, "Do you want me to park it for you, love?" at someone who knows how to drive? Well, I don't think you really need to assist.
What's the etiquette there? What's the etiquette?
Of asking for pronouns?
Yes.
I'd probably share yours first.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'd go, I'm a he, him. Are you a she, her? Because if so,
But what you don't
you want me
need...
to park it for you, love?
Well,
Because I suppose there's an interesting contradiction in that when a lot of these rules were invented,
yeah.
it was illegal to be gay. It's very rude to be gay.
Yes.
And so how do you square that circle?
Well, it's not illegal anymore.
No, I know. Less fun.
What? Less what?
Now it's not illegal.
No, it's pretty fun.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? There was a frisson.
Have you tried it?
Sorry?
Have you tried it?
I've dabbled.
You've dabbled. Well, that's well done you for admitting that, because a lot of heterosexuals don't.
I've been to a musical.
Okay. Which one?
Sorry?
Which one?
The World War II one.
Oh, Operation Mincemeat.
Yeah.
It's not very gay, though.
No,
It's
no,
a
as
little
I
bit
said,
gay,
I've
but it's
dabbled.
not very
I've dabbled.
gay. Okay.
That's as far as I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I suggest you try Sondheim or something?
A Sondheim?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that? Start the car. Sondheim, Stephen
dogging?
Sondheim. No. That's sodomy.
Right.
I would.
'Cause now, what's all this stuff about the pinky up?
Well, yes. So a lot of people think it's sort of correct to drink your tea with your little finger
Yeah.
up, but we think there's a little bit of historical evidence. It's not a huge amount, but in Louis XIV's time, Louis XV's time, there was a lot of syphilis that was going around because people would, extracurricular activities indiscriminately in the evening, and medicine was not as advanced. And so it became the etiquette that you did not want to sleep with someone without letting them know in advance that you were riddled. I believe it's a similar etiquette today. And so a sort of a silent way to let them know was whilst you were flirting with them, whilst drinking tea, which was drunk at the end of a day, because it was so precious and so highly taxed, is that you would sort of extend your little finger slightly. And then if I extended my finger back at you, fantastic, off we went, because you can't get it twice. And if I didn't extend my finger and I didn't want to sleep with you because I didn't want to get syphilis, I just moved
That's
on.
interesting. There's a class to that, though, isn't there? Because now people are just so uncouth. They'll just down a pint and go, "Do you fancy it? I've got AIDS."
Exactly. Yes. And that's why
Do you
there's
feel
also,
lucky?
Yeah.
Yeah. I may have been making my tea all wrong.
Oh, right.
And you're obviously someone who knows how to make a cup of tea. So I thought what we could do is you could teach me, step
Okay.
by step,
Yes.
how to correctly pour a cup of tea.
Okay, lovely. So do you have milk or sugar? How do you have your tea?
Yes, I have both.
You have both. Okay, fine. So we put the tea in first. I'd pop a hand, just for safety, on the lid.
We're doing that right?
Yes, perfect, lovely. And I'd probably leave a bit of room for milk.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
What was that last step, sorry?
Just put the milk in. Lovely. Granulated sugar here. How much?
Now, what's the etiquette with using cubes versus granules?
Cubes are slightly better.
Why is that?
Well, they're just a little bit more sophisticated.
Sorry?
1 or 2 lumps, or
Two,
maybe
maybe.
3.
Now, what spoon do I use to...
Well, we don't have a teaspoon.
There's one in here, is that
Yes, you
terribly
could.
uncouth?
Well, we're going to have to, in the face of some adversity, we're going to have to just cope.
Right.
And then stir your tea. Now, show me how you'd naturally stir. Round and round. Now, instead, we go back and forth in a delicate 6-12 motion.
6 to 12.
Yeah. Just probably moving the fingers.
Am I doing this completely right?
You're doing it better than you were. And then knock your drops off. Like, no, just silently. So do that and then set it down in line with the handle, and then you can pick up. Yeah, now can we work on how you hold your teacup?
Yes.
So you are hooking your finger through.
Yes.
Okay, try not to stick your finger in. Instead, we're going to pinch between, follow the shape of the handle. Still not getting it right. So just pinch like so.
Right.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
And keep your elbow tucked in and then drink. Lovely. try not to slurp.
Now, I wasn't going to mention anything, but William, you've been farting this whole time.
I'm sorry?
You've been farting this whole time.
I think it's the dog.